I'm going to rank every year of gaming from 2000 all the way to 2024 based on Metacritic scores. Now, this is a personal list. This is not an objective list. I want to make that known right now. So there's at least one year that I can think of that I have a lot lower than probably a lot of people would have because it just doesn't appeal to me. So this is my personal list. Another thing to note is that the way I'm approaching this is I'm not looking at the year as a whole. I'm taking this almost like a challenge where I'm only using the top 15 games of the year, and that's it. Even if one of my favorite games came out that year and it falls some, like let's say 16, 17, 18, doesn't count. I'm only using the top 15 games to make this list. Just wanted to make it a little bit of a challenge. Wanted to have some fun with it. This list took some serious time to prepare, as well as some deep inner looking into my soul and trying to admit certain things about certain years and certain games. I would love to know your list. What is your favorite year of gaming from 2000 to 2024? You don't have to use the same criteria as me, only using the top 15 games. Just let me know. I'd love to talk to you about it. Do all the normal things content creators say to do, and let's jump into the list. I'm gonna try to make this as quickly as possible and not try to get super long-winded. Coming in at 25, dead last on the list, gotta be honest, broke my heart because this year has one of my favorite games of all time leading the way on Metacritic scores, and it has my single #1 favorite game ever coming in at #2 in the rankings. But the problem is, everything else on the list does not appeal to me, nor I care about. And that's going to be 2012, which the two games I'm referring to is Persona 4 Golden and Mass Effect 3. Yes, I am a diehard Mass Effect 3 fan and supporter. I prefer Mass Effect 3 over Mass Effect 2. I absolutely love Mass Effect 3. It is my all-time favorite game, and it has been for at least a decade. I wouldn't say it has been since the game came out, but at least since probably 2015, it's been my favorite game of all time. But when you look at the rest of the list of Journey, Trials Evolution, Mark of the Ninja, Okami HD is cool, Guild Wars 2, FIFA 13, Borderlands 2. I mean, that's the most notable Borderlands. The Walking Dead Telltale series, I mean, that's pretty notable. XCOM, Dark Souls, Colors 3D, as well as a Walking Dead Episode 5 episode. The rest of it, while there's a couple of cool things, again, this is my personal list, it doesn't appeal to me. So I can't prop up this year on 2 games alone, even if it is my favorite game of all time, when there's really only 2, maybe 3 games on this list that I'm gonna like, oh yeah, let's go. Because another way that I'm kind of approaching this challenge is as if these are the only 15 games that I can ever play. That's kind of another way I'm approaching it. So if that's the case, this is pretty low on the list. This is dead last. I had to really look at myself in the mirror and talk about this one, but 2012 coming in at 25. Coming in at 24, this is the one that I might get some heat for, but again, personal list, people. If I was making an objective list, this would probably be a lot higher. I'm going to put 2000 at 24, which, fun fact, this had 25 90+ scores. The early years had a lot of 90+ scores. It is insane. The judging has changed immensely over the years. And I acknowledge that 2000 had a lot of great games like Perfect Dark, Baldur's Gate 2. It had Chrono Cross, Jet Set Radio, Resident Evil Code Veronica, SSX, Skies of Arcadia, The Sims. But like everything that's on the list, the only game that I look at like, yes, let's go, is Majora's Mask that came out. Now, as I'm older, yes, some of these games I am interested in, but at the end of the day, I haven't played them. I would like to play Chrono Cross. I would like to play, Skies of Arcadia. Baldur's Gate 2 I'd like to play. Played Perfect Dark. I never really was a Perfect Dark fan, so that's also kind of one thing to think about, especially when it was the highest rated game of the year. The second highest rated game of the year, by the way, is NFL 2K1. NBA 2K1 was also one of the top 15, as well as Virtua Tennis. You're going to see a lot of sports games in these early years, so fair warning you on that one. But this is one that some people might be like, yo, you tripping, that needs to be higher. It's just not higher for me. So coming at 24, 2000. Coming at 23, I've got 2021. So there was 4 90+ Metacritic games that year, so shout out to that. And when you look at the list, when you have the highest rated game, The House of Fata Morgana, which I do want to play, but I just haven't played it. Forza Horizon 5, which is fine. An expansion, Final Fantasy 14. You had Mario 3D World Bowser Fury. I mean, that's cool. Final Fantasy 7 Remake Integrate to the PS5 version. Okay. Disco Elysium, the Final Cut. I've got Disco Elysium. I just got it recently. I do want to play it. I just haven't played it. It Takes Two is the biggest winner on this this list for me. I love It Takes Two. Metroid Dread is really cool too, as well as Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Don't care about Deathloop. Monster Hunter Rise, not a Monster Hunter fan. So it's like when I look at the list, I've only got 4 games on the list where I'm just like, absolutely, let's go. And as well as a few others, it's kind of falls in the same realm as 2000, where it's like, while there's interest here for a few games, like there's not enough there for me to prop it up higher. So coming in at 23, 2021. Coming in at 22, 2022. We had 6 90+ games that year. Shout out to that. And this was also a game that just didn't appeal to me besides a couple. I mean, we had Elden Ring. I'm not a Souls player, so go ahead and let me establish that right now as we go through the rest of the list. I'm not a Souls guy. Portal Companion Collection, that's pretty cool, but it's just a re-release. It's a collection. So, I mean, like, I'm going to judge that kind of harshly on some years. It depends on the collections and the re-releases. Ragnarok, which was my game of the year. Loved that. Chained Echoes is one that I would like to play, but I have not played. You had Nier Automata, one of the multiple releases that made it. In this case, it was the Switch 1 end of Yora release, which, again, Nier's going to make this list multiple times. Never played it, want to play it. Last of Us Part 1, which if you've ever listened to Gamesthetic, I'm not a big Last of Us fan either. I've played both of them. They're good games. I don't think they're generational games. That's my opinion. Burn me at the stake. They're good games. So it's like, again, I look at this list and it's like I got a few games that look pretty solid. Neon White's a really cool looking game. Never played it though. Xenoblade, I've never played any of the 3 of the Xenoblades, but I do plan to. I want to buy them all here soon and play them. And I am excited to play them, but again, I just haven't. So 2022 is one that I look at this list and it just kind of falls down to the wayside a little bit, and it is what it is. Coming in at 21, we've got 2016, which this year actually featured 8 plus 90+ games, so that's cool. The top 15 games is like Uncharted 4, Inside, Out of the Park 17, Witcher 3, Blood and Wine expansion, Overwatch, Forza Horizon 3, Stefan Sausage Roll, which that's a name, Kentucky Route Zero, which I believe this was a re-released, Res Infinite, Titanfall 2, Dark Souls 3, Stardew Valley, Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and NBA 2K17, a sports game finally making it back on the list after a long hiatus. And it's, again, the same thing. It's like there's only a few games on here that I look at that I get legitimately really excited for. Overwatch was a big one for me, Titanfall 2 as well. Ori and the Blind Forest and Stardew Valley are 2 more that I've only dabbled in, but I really, really want to play more of. Have not played as much as most people, so I mean that alone kind of props up a little bit. But it's still like, this is just kind of towards the bottom because it's like, I mean, it's fine, I guess. It's just not for me. Coming in at 20, we've got 2014, which had 7 games that was 90+. And the top 15 were GTA 5, Last of Us Remaster, Smash Wii U, Bayonetta 2, again, Kentucky Route Zero, so the other one was in fact a re-release, Dark Souls 2, Diablo 3 Ultimate, Out of the Park 15, the original Mario Kart 8 release, Binding of Isaac Rebirth, Last of Us Left Behind DLC, Hearthstone, Guacamelee, Mario Kart 8 DLC, and Towerfall Ascension. Overall, pretty solid list. That's why it's not at the bottom, but at the same time, GTA 5 is one that it's a good game. Never got into it as other people. I loved GTA 4. Obviously, I played all the PS2 GTAs, and I've even played some of the handheld GTAs, as well as even playing the classics. So I've been playing GTA for a while, but for whatever reason, 5 didn't click with me. And as I already said, Last of Us is a good game, but Last of Us Remastered, I mean, okay, cool. I mean, it's a good game. I enjoyed my couple playthroughs of it, but it's not even probably in the top 25 best games for me of all time. Smash Wii U is cool though. I played a lot of Smash Wii U. Diablo 3, the Ultimate Edition, cool there. There's some solid stuff here, but it's not, again, it's fine for me. So it comes in at the 20 spot. Coming in at 19, we got 2015, which just had 5 plus 90+ games. We had Metal Gear Solid 5, Bloodborne, Witcher 3, Undertale, Mario Kart 8, a DLC there, Witcher 3, Heart of Stone, Majora's Mask 3DS, which that's pretty hype. Pillars of Eternity, Streets of Rage 2, Nuclear Throne, Mario Maker, Divinity Original Sin Enhanced, Ori the Blind Forest, StarCraft 2, Legacy of the Void. So Mario Maker, big fan of that one, as well as Majora's Mask 3D, Divinity Original Sin Enhanced. I mean, that's a pretty sick game that I haven't got to play very much of. Witcher 3, of course. Undertale, great title there. So it's just got some solid stuff to kind of help it bump up a little bit higher on the list. Coming in at 18, we have the newest kid on the block. We got 2024. Astrobot, absolutely amazing game. Loved it. Then we had Shadow of Erdtree. Metaphor, also good. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Don't care. I have not played the Final Fantasy VII Remake or Rebirth. I will play them. I'll probably play them when the trilogy is complete. And John is with me on that on Gamesthetic. We'll play them when we play them. UFO 50, Slay the Princess, Pristine, Satisfactory, Animal Well, Balatro, a lot of fun. Then we had Last of Us Part 2 Remaster because it totally needed a remaster, right? Tekken 8, that's cool. That's 2, the final shape, cool expansion there. Thank goodness you're here. This one, it had 13 plus, it had 1390 plus games, so we're kind of getting a little bit up there in the rankings a little bit. But again, it's like it's heavily propped up for me with Astrobot and Metaphor, and then the rest, it's like I like Balatro, Animal Well is cool, but it's like it's heavily propped by 2, and then there's just a bunch of other titles that's like, oh yeah, those are good, as well as some that I don't care about. Coming in at 17, we've got 2020, which this had 10 plus. This had 10 90 plus games. This one was a little difficult for me to put as low as it did. This one was originally a little bit higher, but then as I looked at all the other years, I just kind of said to myself, no, I just prefer the games on these other years than I do this one, even though this one does feature one of my favorite games, the Persona 5 Royal. But then we had The Last of Us Part 2, which, Half-Life Alyx, that's cool. Hades, that's cool. Demon Souls, okay, I'm not a Souls player, but I can appreciate it. Flight Sim, that's relaxing time. Crusader Kings 3, Animal Crossing New Horizon, Ori Will of the Wisps, Xenoblade Definitive Edition, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. I mean, it's got some solid stuff, very heavily propped up for me with Persona 5 Royal. And there's just some other stuff on here that I like, but I really had to look at this one because again, this one almost reached as high as like top 10 at one point, and I started just kind of looking at like, well, I like this set of 15 more for these reasons and these reasons, so it kind of just got knocked down the list a little bit. It's whatever. Coming at number 16, we have 2003, which this one had 23 games coming in at 90 or plus more, which again, the era of grading was very different in those early 2000s. Hence, when you go look at it, there's a lot of sports games, for example. Which I do admit the older sports games are better, but I don't think they're game of the year winners like I think Madden 04 was. But anyway, so with 16, we have 2003, which is going to feature Wind Waker. The next highest was a GTA dual pack on like the Xbox featuring 3 in Vice City. We had the Legend of Zelda promotional disc, which featured 5 Zelda games. Madden 04, the game of the year winner. Super Mario 3 on the Game Boy Advance, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, SXX3, Soul Calibur 2, which I loved to death. Beautiful Joe, Virtual Fighter 4 Evolution, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. Then we had Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Master Quest. And then we did also have like ESPN NFL football, which I don't really want to grade the sports games very high, but that was a fun football game. But I mean, like, I understand there's re-releases on here with like the promo disc and the Ocarina of Time Master Quest, but like, you had Wind Waker, you had the other 2 sets of Zeldas, you had Soul Calibur 2, Knights of the Old Republic, Beautiful Joe, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, even the GTA dual pack. I mean, like, while there are some, at least 3 titles that are re-releases, the new releases that we had in this top 15 are really solid for me. So this one getting up at 16. This one was also originally a little bit higher. I knocked it down because there is that focus on 3 re-releases. So I wanted to kind of like, I like new games. Re-releases are cool, but I do like new games. So that's why I did get bumped down a little bit. It was originally a little bit higher. Coming in at 15, we got 2013. This year had 8 games that were 90 plus. And for the top 15, we had the original release of Last of Us. We had BioShock Infinite, Mario 3D World, Fire Emblem Awakening, Rayman Legends, Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, Zelda Wind Waker HD, Dota 2, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Crusader Kings 2, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. We had Star Wars Pinball, XCOM, Enemy Within, Pokemon Y, and Stanley Parable HD Remix. Honestly, there are some really solid titles for me. I mean, we do have the original Last of Us, which out of Last of Us 1 and 2, I do prefer the first one. Again, not a bad game, not fully in love with it, but it is a good game. So, I mean, I will give it a little bit of a push. I mean, I'd play it. BioShock Infinite, I know, was really positive at the time, not so much now. BioShock Infinite is one I've never played. I've only played the first 2. Mario 3D World, fun game for what it is. Fire Emblem Awakening, very, very good. And this game helped put Fire Emblem on the map. Rayman Legends is fun. Link Between Worlds, fun game. Wind Waker HD, cool. Dota 2, all right, cool. Get some MOBA action there. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, considered arguably the best Assassin's Creed. And then Pokemon Y, Kalos is goated, dude. Pokemon Y was awesome. So that's like overall, pretty solid year. I'll take it. Coming at 14, we got 2005, which this year featured 12 games that were 90 plus, featuring stuff like the original Resident Evil 4, Ninja Gaiden Black, Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, God of War, Civilization 4, the original Forza Motorsport, Guitar Hero, shout out, Battlefield 2, Mario Kart DS, great game. Advance Wars Dual Strike on the DS. We had as well as a multiplayer pack for Halo 2. I mean, Resident Evil 4, very fun game, obviously. Very historically amazing. Ninja Gaiden Black, which just got a re-release. Shout out, great game for the times. Chaos Theory, awesome Splinter Cell game. The original God of War, Guitar Hero, great fun time there. You know, these are games that I enjoy quite a bit, and I put this one higher at 14 because it's like, it's a nice variety, right? It's a nice variety of all sorts of different kinds of games. These are not some of my favorite games of all time, but I really appreciate the variety that these top 15 is giving me. Coming in at 13, we got 2019, which this year had 6 games that were 90 plus, featuring Dragon Quest XI, Disco Elysium, Nier Automata, Game of the Year, whatever it is. Resident Evil 2 Remake. We had an expansion for Final Fantasy 14. We had Sekiro, Monster Hunter World Iceborne, Slay the Spire, Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is one of my favorite games, Apex Legends, and Mario Maker 2, Devil May Cry 5, as well as Astral Chain. So kind of the same concept I said for 2005. Nice variety, and it does get that little boost over 2005 because this one at least does feature one of my favorite games with Three Houses. So it does get that little bit of a boost, but there's a nice variety of games in my opinion. I look at this, it's like, okay, yeah, I got a lot of different stuff going on, and I'm here for it. So coming in at 13. Coming at 12, we have 2001, which had 28 90-plus games. Shout out. The top 15 were Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, GTA 3, Halo, Metal Gear Solid 2, Gran Turismo 3, Devil May Cry, Madden 02, Mario Kart Super Circuit, Paper Mario, SSX Tricky, NHL 02, Advance Wars, Smash Melee, Final Fantasy X, and Conquer Bad Fur Day. This was actually a lot higher. At one point, I think this was top 5, but again, it was one of those look in the mirror moments for some of these top 11 on just like the overall quality of the games and what I truly, truly love. At one point, Conquer's Bad Fur Day was one of my favorite games of all time, and it still is. It still is. I have some stuff behind me right now. I love that game. I love Live and Reloaded especially, but it has dropped over the years. It's still a game I really enjoy, but it's not top 10 anymore because I've just played a lot of really good games. And Smash Melee, I've put a dumb amount of hours in. First, Halo was amazing. GTA 3, good game. Out of those 3 PS2 ones, it's my least favorite, but still a very good game. Devil May Cry, that's cool. Mario Kart Super Circuit, very fun. Paper Mario is goated. I love the first Paper Mario. So good list of games. I think it fits well here at 12. I mean, 12 out of 25 is not bad. Come on now, let's keep moving. Coming at number 11, we got 2004, which has had 18 90-plus games featuring stuff like Half-Life 2, GTA San Andreas, Halo 2, Burnout 3, another Splinter Cell, Unreal Tournament 2004, which I love me some Unreal Tournament, World of Warcraft. We had a soccer game. We had ESPN NFL 2K5, which a lot of people consider probably the greatest football game of all time, which it was a very good game. Rome Total War, Metroid Prime 2, Madden 05, Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal, Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, and Ninja Gaiden. Good list of games. There's at least 7 games on here that I look at. I'm like, yes, I want to play these. These sound great. Sounds like a great time. I'm here for it. Feels right at the 11th spot. And now we have cracked the top 10. Coming in at 10 is 2009, which had 16 games that were 90 plus. And we feature stuff like Uncharted 2, Modern Warfare 2, GTA Chinatown Wars, Street Fighter 4, Flipnote Studio, Forza Motorsport 3, Batman Arkham Asylum, the Metroid Prime Trilogy, God of War Combo, which is the first 2 on the PS3, Killzone 2, Assassin's Creed 2, Mario and Luigi Bowser Inside Story, GTA 4, Lost and Damned, FIFA, and MLB 09. So right out of the gate, we got Mario and Luigi goated. AC2 goated. The 3 Proms, that's a cool combo. God of War combo, that's a cool combo. Batman goated. GTA Chinatown Wars, actually a pretty fun game in my opinion. Modern Warfare 2, one of the best FPS games in history. Overall good list. And then Uncharted 2, which is apparently just amazingly goated. I've only played the first Uncharted. As sooner or later I'll play the rest, but you know what, if this is one of the only games that I can ever play in my life, I'm going to play it. I'm probably going to love it. So top 10, 2009. Coming at number 9, we got 2002, which had 21 games that were a 90 plus, featuring Metroid Prime, which was historic for its time, GTA Vice City, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past plus 4 Swords on the Game Boy Advance, Madden 03, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, Virtua Fighter 4, Splinter Cell, ESPN 2K3, which featured Chicago Bear Brown Urlacher, shout out, Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, Warcraft 3, Reign of Chaos, which I was a massive Warcraft 3 guy. It was actually my first online game ever. Super Mario World Game Boy Advance, Super Mario Sunshine, which is potentially still my favorite 3D Mario to this day. I just love it. I know it's not the best. I understand it's not the best, but God bless do I love that game so much. Metroid Fusion also goated, Medal of Honor, Allied Assault, and Resident Evil Remake on the GameCube. Very good list of games here. There are a lot of games here that I look at. There are 9 yeses that I picked out of these top 15. This is a goated list, coming in at number 9. Coming in at 8, we have 2011, which had 18 games, 90 plus, and I had 8 games on here that I was like, yes, let's go. First featuring Skyrim, of course. We had Portal 2, Batman Arkham City, Ocarina of Time 3D, Minecraft, Skyward Sword, Uncharted 3. We had the Ico and Shadow of Colossus combo on the PS3, Little Big Planet 2, Forza Motorsport 4, Gears 3, FIFA 12, MLB the 11, The Show, Dead Space 2, and Super Mario 3D Land. Good list here, man. Skyrim, Portal 2, Batman, Ocarina of Time, Minecraft especially. So many hours on Minecraft. Everyone gets in a Minecraft mood once a year. It's a fact. Skyward Sword, very underrated game. You know, people like that sometimes hate on it, but it's a good game. You should play it. Uncharted 3, you know, Shadow of Colossus. You know, I know I just said I haven't played all the Uncharteds, but again, if there's only 15 games I can play, I'm gonna play Uncharted 3 and probably have a great time. Little Big Planet 2, Gears of War 3, great game there. Super Mario 3D Land, Dead Space. Good list. Coming in at number 8, 2011. Coming in at 7, we have 2008, which had 1690 plus games. Leading off with GTA 4, which is my personal favorite GTA. Little Big Planet, Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, Smash Brawl, a lot of fun there. We had Braid, Fallout 3, great game. Gears 2, amazing game. Galactic Civilization 2, Chrono Trigger on the DS, one of the greatest JRPGs of all time that I really want to play. So shout out to that coming out, re-released on the DS. We had Rock Band 2, goated experience. World of Warcraft, Lich King, God of War, Chains of Olympus, World of Goo, Portal Still Alive, and then Persona 4, the original release. There are at least 9 games on here where I look at and I'm like, absolutely, let's have a great time. So this one coming in at number 7 just works for me. Coming in at 6, we got 2018, which had 13 90 plus games featuring Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War 2018, Smash Ultimate, Forza Horizon 4, Celeste, Divinity 2 Definitive Edition, Shadow of Colossus Remake, Nier Automata Become as Gods Edition, Hollow Knight, Monster Hunter World, Into the Breach, Bayonetta 1 and 2, Astrobot Rescue, Dead Cells, and Tetris Effect. That's a really good list, and this was like, basically, look, 6 to 1 was very difficult for me to tier. Mostly, I would say 6 to 3 was extremely razor thin close. Red Dead Redemption 2 has been like my second favorite game ever of all time until potentially recently with Expedition 33 beating it out. God of War 2018, phenomenal game. Smash Ultimate, phenomenal game. Horizon 4, great game. Divinity 2 Definitive Edition, great game. Shadow of Colossus Remake, Nier, again. Hollow Knight, Monster Hunter World, Bayonetta 1 and 2. I mean, Dead Cells, Tetris Effect's even good. Great list. Like 6 to 3 is razor thin margins. I'm just, let me establish that now. Razor thin, but 2018 is coming in at 6. And now we have cracked the top 5. At number 5, we have 2010, which featured 14 games 90 plus, leading off with Mario Galaxy 2, Mass Effect 2, Red Dead Redemption 1, Pac-Man Championship Edition DX, StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty, Rock Band 3, God of War 3, MLB 10 The Show, Halo Reach, WoW Cataclysm, Bayonetta, Limbo, Super Meat Boy, Civ 5, and Persona 3 Portable. Once again, like I just said, razor thin margins from 6 to 3. I think 2 and 1 were like kind of a few steps above the rest, but these are like, oh my God, like my opinion can change on this tomorrow. Like whenever I'm editing this video, I could have a different opinion on this. I could have a different opinion on a lot of stuff on this list whenever I start editing this video. And by the time I upload it, my opinions very well could be different. But right now, 2010 coming in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, we got 2006, which did have 11 games that were 90 plus, featuring my favorite Zelda of all time, Twilight Princess, the original Gears of War, Oblivion Oblivion, which is my favorite Elder Scrolls. Love Oblivion so much. Metal Gear Solid 3, Substance. We had Company of Heroes, Dwarf Fortress, Okami, Final Fantasy. We had Guitar Hero 2, goated experience there. Ghost Recon, Advanced Warfighter. We had New Super Mario Brothers, Rainbow Six Vegas, Medieval 2 Total War. I mean, again, right out of the gate, you're leading off with 3 massive bangers for me with Twilight Gears and Oblivion. And you have Guitar Hero 2, which I put a lot of time into, Okami, New Super Mario Brothers, even Rainbow Six Vegas. Razor thin margins, people, but right now it's coming at number 4. My opinion very well could change later. And coming at number 3, we have 2023, which had 13 games, 90 plus, and we had Baldur's Gate 3, of course, Tears of the Kingdom, Prime Remaster, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Mario Wonder, Xenoblade 3, Future Redeemed, Street Fighter 6, Against the Storm, Slay the Princess, Spider-Man 2. We had Dave the Diver, Pizza Tower, and Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. I mean, like, yo, I have not played all of Baldur's Gate 3, but what I've played, obviously, amazing game. Who wouldn't say that? Baldur's Gate 3, Tears of the Kingdom, Prime Remaster, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Mario Wonder. Haven't played Xenoblade, but obviously that's interesting to me. Spider-Man 2, amazing. Dave the Diver, Pizza Tower, both fun. Phantom Liberty, one of the greatest expansions I ever played. Like, this one was one of the... it was... Like, when I had to judge 3 through 6, I felt like this one was the one that was the closest to touching my second place. But my second and my first place are both kind of like leagues above. But it's not, when I say leagues above, I don't mean it's like lands, like, oh, it's all the way up here. But it's fair. It's close enough where they can see it, but they're still too far away. But yeah, 2023 coming in at number 3. All right, top 2. If you're keeping track by a process of elimination, you've got 2017 and 2007 left. So let's get into it. Coming in at number 2, we got 2017, which this had 690 plus games, but there are 8 games on here that I look at like, absolutely, let's go. Featuring Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Divinity 2, Persona 5, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, Horizon Zero Dawn. We had Nier Automata, the original release. We had Night in the Woods. There's XCOM 2, War of Chosen. There's Lone Echo, What Remains of Edith Finch, Steam World, Dig 2, Cave Story Plus. I mean, like, I look at this list and it's like, you got Breath, you got Odyssey, you got Persona 5, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you got Nier, you've got Horizon, you got Night in the Woods. Those alone are the ones that I've played where it's just like, let's go. And then you got other games that, like, I've played Shovel Knight. And then you've got other games that's just like, oh man, I want to play Nier, I want to play XCOM, I want to play, Divinity 2. So it's like, this is just a list that I look at, like, you have incredibly heavy hitters. So it was kind of tough for a little bit between 2 and 1, but ultimately 1, I think it's just, I feel like 1 is just too far ahead in this case. Like, I feel like when I looked in the mirror and really talked to myself, 2007 was just the right answer. So bringing us to number 1, 2007, featuring 18 games that were 90 plus. And you're leading off with Mario Galaxy. You have the original BioShock. You have the Orange Box, which featured 3 games there. COD 4, Halo 3, God of War 2, Rock Band, Team Fortress 2, Final Fantasy 6 on the GBA, you have the original Crysis, Burning Crusade, Galactic Civ 2, Mass Effect, Portal, Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. I mean, like, dude, COD 4, great game. Halo 3, one of my most played games in my life. Orange Box is a great combo. BioShock, amazing. God of War 2, Rock Band, Mass Effect, my favorite franchise is Mass Effect, the Mass Effect trilogy. Portal, great. Zelda Phantom Hourglass, very good. I mean, like, I look at this list, I mean, it's like you also have, like, you have your multiplayer games, you have your single player games, you have your party games like Rock Band. I mean, it's got a little bit of everything, man. I mean, this is a list that I look at, it's like there are so many amazing games on this list where I'm just like, oh my God, yes, dude. Like, even the games that I haven't played, like Galactic Civilization 2, it's like, I mean, that's a game that I know I'd have fun with. Like, everything here, I've played pretty much everything here except a couple of them, and it's like, I know I would love this entire list. I mean, I pinpointed 11 for sure, but I mean, the other 4 is just like, great list. 2007 at number 1. So that's my list of every year of gaming from 2000 all the way to 2024, ranking them based off Metacritic scores and strictly using the top 15 games only. Again, like I said at the beginning of the video, this is a very personal list. This is not an objective list. If this is an objective list, there would obviously be a lot of movement throughout this list. Some years would be higher, some years would be lower, but this is strictly just my personal list on the games that I've played, the games that I'm interested in, the games I want to play, etc. I'm curious to know what your list is. If you want to take the time to give me your full list, I will absolutely read it and respond, and we can conversate. If you just simply want to give me your favorite year of gaming, let me know that too. And I don't care if you give me your favorite year of gaming and you give me stuff outside the top 15. That was just something I wanted to do to challenge myself. Just let me know, what is your favorite year of gaming in the last 25 years? Let me know in the comments down below, and do all the normal things content creators said to do, man. Subscribe to the video, be a friend, tell a friend, like, comment, check out the Discord, check out Gamesthetic. We're usually live every Saturday, all that good stuff, right? All right, until next time, guys, have a good one. Hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.